Faith and Love in Action, the story of an Haitian orphanage. That's our program today. Don't go anywhere. Carib Nation is up next. Welcome to Carib Nation. I'm David Hines, here on location in the land of the free, the land of Toussaint Louverture, and the land of Dessalines. I'm talking about Haiti. This is the place of freedom. This is the place where it all began. This is the place that we should be celebrating, and of course, we will celebrate it today. We're going to be celebrating a success story, a story of someone who had a vision, who had a dream, and put it into action. It's called Faith and Love in Action, the story of an orphanage. And the person we're going to be talking with today is the person who started it all, and is Madam Marlene Alex. Welcome to Carib Nation.
Oh, thank you, David. You are welcome to Faith and Love in Action Ministries.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We've taken a tour. This is a magnificent project you have here. Tell me how it all got started.
It is a really long story.
Yes.
We started in 1996. I was in Canada. I was in Canada, traveled to study. And while there, I had to travel with my daughter when she was 5 years old. And one day I made a really, it was, something that sometimes I cannot even explain it, how I learned from my daughter. Because it took me 11 years before 1996, I carry on me a passion for the children in Haiti. And everywhere when I go, crossing the street and see kids begging, I just go to bed and cannot sleep or crying all night long. Sometimes even my husband cannot stop me crying all night long. And it took me 11, I was young and, and it took me 11 years to be suffered like that, just, look at kids that don't have, they are orphans, they don't have a mother, they don't have parents, they don't have, there is no hope for the future. And I cried and I was suffered because it seemed that I was, helpless, I was not able, it seemed that I will never be able to help. So that was my burden. And as I said before, when I went to Canada with my daughter, she was 5 years old, and one night, and according to our faith, we pray before we go to bed. And one night, and we finished to pray, and I was waiting for my daughter to kiss me and go to bed. And she said, "Mom, there is something that I need to tell you." She said, "Here we are in Canada. I love the country. I love the people. But when you finish with your study stuff, we have to be back home, back to Haiti." I said, "Oh yeah, I know that we have to be back home." And I, paused and asked a question. I said, "But why?" And she said, "Mom, you know that you are a good mother?" I said, "Oh, thank you very much. I did not know that." And she said, "Mom, we have to be back to Haiti. And when you go back to Haiti, we have a home. You have to take kids, because there were so many kids suffering in the street. They need a mother like you." And when she said that, 5 years old, and I said, "What is going on here?" Because I think that, she's teaching me a lesson.
The wisdom from a 5-year-old.
Yes. And she added after that, she said, "Mom, the only thing, when you take the kids to our home, I just don't want them to be older than me." Now, I understand that she is really serious with what she's, telling me. And after finish our conversation, I could not sleep because it's like someone brought me a message. Remember, it took me 11 years, keep crying and cannot stop because I feel that there is nothing I can do. I have no money, I have nothing. I just have the burden that I carry the burden with me. But when she mentioned in our conversation, she said, Mom, take them to our home. It's like I know, instantly I know where I'm going to start. I did not see before if we have a home, something where we can start with.
Yes.
Sometimes when we have, a vision, we are waiting for money, we are waiting for stuff.
Right.
But I learned from her, we can start with what we have.
How many kids you started with?
I start with one.
One?
Yeah. But when I took that, after that year, and I got a phone call, and there was a family died and left, 4 kids, and they need someone to take the girls. Yeah. And I said, I'm going to take the girls. They did not want to give me the 2 girls because the oldest one, according to the father, is supposed to stay home and take care of the other kids. Right. So it was agreed, not with me, but with my mother, to take the second one. Yeah. That girl is in Canada right now. She's working on her master's degree in education.
Success story. How many children you have here right now?
Right now we have 69.
Ranging from what age to what age?
The youngest is 3, and the oldest is 24, in university.
Right.
This is the room for the 10-12.
The 10-12.
10-12.
Yes. We know it very well. I know you. He was very popular with the girls today. All the girls. So you started with this one child.
Yes.
And it expanded. You were in Port-au-Prince at the time?
Yes, we are in Port-au-Prince. Right. We start just with girls.
Right.
And in 2001, we decided to start with a boys' home. So when we came to Jacmel, and to start with, we rent a home, and we start. Since we bought this property here, so we start building with 1 block at a time. I remember when we took the boys from the house that we went for them down here in Jacmel, when we brought them here, we did not have doors here. We have just the block and the roof.
Yes.
But we know that, we know where we are going, and it's not going to stay like that. One day, we make 1 step every day, and this is where we are. So our vision is to raise 200 kids, 100 girls, 100 boys. As you can see, we are trying to expand our building and things like that. And it's not going to happen in 1 year, not in 1 day, but this is going to happen. We want to raise our kids as to be leaders. Like one of the systems that we use here, we divide them into teams, and in every team there is a leader, there is an assistant leader. That means when I have a message or something to pass, I don't force myself, to do too much because
you have your governance structure.
Yes. So we put leaders into action.
Self-reliance. It's one of the things that you stress here in the orphanage. Talk a little bit about that.
As you know, the kids, some of them, when we took them, they were, some of them 10, 11, they never go to school before. So that means it takes years to finish their high school and things like that, to learn a trade. But what we need to do is to raise the kids, not only to provide an education, but to put something in their hands so they can start their life. Like, not everybody will go to the university. Like we have 2 boys going to mechanic school for this summer. Like for our girls here, they are all almost, the oldest one, they know how to sew. Like for the past 2 years, we pay teachers to come here to teach them to sew. Everybody now can make their dress, they can make their uniforms. So I don't need to put too much of myself in that anymore. Right. And beside of that, we teach them, as if you can see in our yard, we have bananas, we teach our kids like to grow stuff.
Right.
The past few months, we have so much tomatoes around here. We teach the kids to grow their stuff. They can eat.
They can eat,
We
right.
don't, we are so blessed that we have friends give us hand and help us to be where we are.
Yeah.
Without them, it would be impossible.
And we're going to talk about that help a little bit later on, but I want you to go back to the sewing that you do, the making, the stuff you make. What are some of the stuff that you've made?
So what we are doing right now, we have a purse project, and we are teaching the kids how to make purse so we can find a market, how we can sell them, and with the same vision to make them self-sufficient, self-sustainable.
And they've started to make those purses.
Yes, we start to make the purse, and we really believe that is going to be very successful.
Yeah. What other activities are the kids involved with here at the orphanage?
Oh, the girls, we teach them to make quilts.
Quilts.
And we make quilts here and we sell them. We sell our quilts in the United States and we sell them in Canada. And, but you know, as the kids, we don't do too much because they are in school.
They're at school, right.
But our boys, not only they go to regular classical school, they go to school regularly, but all our boys, they learn music. So we send them to music school, and we have 2 of them right now. They are giving back. They are teaching back to their school and to the communities.
And quite a number of your students, I think 50 out of your students are going to CECM, yes.
CECM. This school is an answer to my prayer. Mylène Vivian, she's a really a great, blessing and really support us here. I can tell you that she is helping me to raise our kids here. And we have 52 now attending that school.
Let's talk about orphans, because there are quite a lot of orphans here in Haiti. Tell us, why is that situation, in some sense, relatively unique to Haiti?
Well, I don't want to say that the orphans, there is too many orphans in Haiti, but the problem is there is no job. Like the parents, they cannot take care of their kids. And some of them, they lost the parent. Let's talk about the earthquake.
The earthquake, right.
The earthquake. There were, orphans. We used to speak, to say about orphans in Haiti, but since after the earthquake, it was. Because so many kids going right now without a parent. I think the answer is only like on a children home, like what we are doing. That is the answer to the problem, to make sure that the kids, they are in good hands, they are in security, they can have an education, and beside of that, they have someone that they can trust, they can, rely on as a mother or as a father.
It's obvious that you take great pride in what you do. It brings joy to you. This is something, as you said, that you've been dreaming about for a long time. Now it's a reality. Tell us, what are some of the things you have in mind, let's say for the next 10 years or so?
David, I can tell you this is a privilege for me. Like, when I look at the kids, I thank them because they give me an opportunity to serve. As I said, this is like a privilege that I can be part. When I see the kids here, and I can see the hope of Haiti. Imagine that you have kids that they are first generation that ever go to school. And because that door open here, they are able to come, to come to the town, leave the mountain and come to the town and able to go to school. And I can tell you, the kids that we have here, most of them, they are really, really intelligent. They can learn. And beside of going to school, they, if you talk to each one of them, you can see each one of them, they have a vision. They want to be something. We have 3 boys that we are trying to find school for them in the United States. The first thing that they said, We want to go overseas to learn and come back to serve the country. We want to see Haiti better. I can say working with these kids, it's a really, you learn from them.
Yes.
As they have their vision. I think the kids in Haiti, they just need an opportunity. Someone to take their hands. Because I can see so much potential. I can see so many good things in their life. They just need someone to give them a hand.
And you have started that process here with Faith and Love in Action.
Faith and love in action. Faith is because we did not have, we had nothing.
Right.
We start just by faith. And we want to put faith and love into action.
It's not just an abstract faith and love, but you doing it in action. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, I'll speak to Madame Marlene about how people who are interested can help this orphanage and help ultimately in the development of Haiti. Don't go anywhere. Carib Nation will be right back.
Thanks for all the adventures we'll have. Thanks for all the ropes we'll jump, the books we'll read, and things we'll make. Thanks for all the notes we'll play, flowers we'll pick, baths we'll take, secrets we'll share, races we'll run, and smiles we'll give. Thanks for all the joy we'll bring, the laughs we'll share, and dreams we'll dream. Thanks.
To all those who give birth to, homes to, or just give thought to people adopted as infants.
Thanks.
Thanks for considering adoption.
Welcome back to Carib Nation. In case you're just joining us, we're talking today about a success story, a story of an orphanage here in Jacmel, Haiti. We're talking with the director, the founder, the person who is the energy behind this project, this successful project, Madame Marlene Alex. There are lots of people who hear about Haiti. They see stories on the mainstream television. They hear stories about Haiti. These stories, for the most part, are always about the tragedy of Haiti, about how sorry Haiti is. But there is another side of Haiti. There is the side of hope that you spoke about. There is faith. There's lots of love here. You are doing love. You are doing love. You're putting it in action here. But you cannot do it alone. You have to have the support. I know you've gotten a lot of support already. Lots of people from North America have come here. You have a clinic that you were about to start. You're putting the building up and so forth. Talk to the audience out there and tell them how they can help Faith and Love in Action be more active than it is right now.
Thank you, David. I think there are many ways that people can join us. We are so grateful from the past 15 years how people join us, because without the help of others, it would be impossible to do what we are doing and to continue to do it and to enlarge our vision. We need people in many ways. Like as you see, we are building a clinic right now. This is another step by faith. We need doctors. And we need people to come not only to help us, like for a short term. We need long term people that come and bring your ideas. We need Haiti, needs you, not only faith and love. As we have many hands, we can do much because our vision is really big. We need to start like a vocational school. We need to start trade school. As you can see, we have 3 children, 3 of our kids graduating high school just this week, and we're going to have 5 next week. And our kids, they are growing. Not only we need to provide an education, but we need to provide trades.
Right.
And we need people to come and to help us and to educate our kids, to help us to put something in their hands.
So if you're a doctor, if you're a dentist,
you
can come down, spend the weekend, do some work here.
If you are a mechanician, we have the boys that we need to teach. If you are a welder, we need you. If we need a carpenters, Haiti don't have really too much carpenters because, but we need that. You are welcome here.
And of course, the kids you're sending to school, it costs money to send them to school because these are private schools. And can somebody adopt a kid and pay their school fee for a year? Is that something?
Yes,
that
we do have a sponsorship program.
Great.
And if anybody would like to have some more information about our sponsorship program, we have our website, faithandloveinaction.org. And they can write to us at info@faithandloveinaction.org. And there they can find, information how they can support, because we have sponsorship program. They can write us and we can send them more information. At the same time, we have an adoption program. We have,
Yes, tell me about the adoption program.
If there were some families, interested to adopt from Haiti, we are here to help you. So just go to our website and send us an email, and we can tell you how to start your process. If you are in the Caribbean, if you are in Canada, if you are in the United States, the process might be different for each country.
Right.
But we are here to help.
Faithandloveinaction.org. Faithandloveinaction.org. That's how you can help this program. Let me there are people who give scholarships in North America. You have students here who are graduating, who are very good academically. Is that something that you welcome?
David, this is a really good question.
Yeah.
Right now we have 3 kids graduate from high school, and we have 2 from last year. That means we have 5 kids. We don't know exactly what we are going to do with them. So if there is school that would like to give us a hand, and if they cannot come to Haiti, I think that our kids can go
there.
Can go anywhere.
So those of you who are administrators, who are professors, who are educators, here is where you can help. You can sponsor a student to get a scholarship at some one of the educational institutions. These are really smart kids. I've spoken to some of them since I've been here over the last 5 days. So that's another area where you can help. Marlene, let me talk to you about this. This is a historic country. Haiti is the first country, as you know. Everyone knows that history. The first enslaved people to throw off the yoke of slavery and to declare themselves free. But as I tell my students and I tell my audiences, Haiti is paying the price because they dare to take their freedom, and they made it possible for the rest of the African diaspora to be free. Yet Haiti is the place where a lot of people have turned their backs on. A lot of people think Haiti is a lost cause. Tell them, for me, that Haiti is not a lost cause.
I laugh when I heard stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I have I'm full of hope that Haiti is not going to. I don't see Haiti with my natural eyes as the way people see it. This is something that I never declare with come out with my mouth, that there is no hope for Haiti. There is hope for Haiti. And me personally, I have hope for Haiti. When I see where what we are doing, and when you talk to the Haitian people, the hope that they have, I don't think they even see the bad part, the poverty, and they have hope. And this is the key. This is where this is the thing that we need to take advantage, because the Haitian people, they love the country. They have hope. They have strength. They can support the situation as it is, not because it is going to stay like that, but they see far away. Haiti can change.
And you are making a difference here. You are making that change here. As I travel around Haiti, I see a people who are determined to pull themselves up and pull themselves out. I see a people, everyone is doing something, selling something, trying to do something for themselves. That sense of self-reliance that you talk about.
David, I think this is one thing that's really encouraged me. Because I can stay in the United States, I can stay with other country, but my life, I cannot see it happy anywhere else than here in Haiti. I love the people because of their strength, because of their courage. As you see, if you go anywhere, you see people try to do something.
Yes.
That's why, we encourage people to come, because Haiti, the Haitian people, they just need someone to give them a hand, give them ideas, and help them, to jump from where they are to go to where they dream to be.
And when we come back here in 2 years and we come back to this orphanage, what are we likely to see?
Oh my goodness. I think there is so many things that in the next 2 years, our dream is to finish our clinic and to provide free medical care, not only to our children, but to the communities. And we really believe that our trade program will be expanded. In the next 2 years, we will have more kids that having a job. Not only, we will still have the orphanage, but we will have kids going and have a job, have a better future, have a better life in Haiti.
Madam Marlene, thank you so much for an inspiring story and for getting this word out to people that something is happening in Haiti and you and your project are part of it. It's been my pleasure.
Thank you very much.
The Trinidadian and Calypsonian David Rudder once sung, "Haiti, we are sorry. Haiti, we are going to turn our head and look inside you. Haiti, we are going to turn our head and restore your glory. Now is your time to help in restoring the glory of Haiti. Because if we restore the glory of Haiti, we restore the glory of all oppressed and enslaved people of the past and the present. Until the next time, this is David Hines saying thank you for tuning in to yet another edition of Carib Nation. And remember, as always, our motto on this program is one people, one culture, one Caribbean, one nation.